Hi everyone, I'm going to take you through a tutorial to learn how to use this program called Youidraw. So first thing you need to do to be able to access it is open up a web browser. Google Chrome works the best. And you're going to type in youidraw.com/apps/drawing. Once you type that in, you can press enter and it should take you to a page that looks like this. Now, when you first open it for the first time, you might have a whole lot of things that look like little sticky notes all around. Those are just tips. You don't need those ones, so you just can click on the yellow tips button at the top here, and that will get rid of them. Now, to learn how to use this program, which is very similar to Photoshop, however, it just has less functionality, we are going to learn how to make this little penguin over here. Okay? So what we need to do is we're going to break it down into shapes. So we're going to start with the largest shape, and that would be this large black circle, which is going to be the face of the penguin. So over on your toolbar on the left, you're going to select the circle, and then you're going to click and drag on your page to make a big circle. Now, when you first do it, you'll notice that it's just a white circle with a black outline. Now, over here to the right, we can change the fill and the stroke. So the fill is the inside color, and the stroke is obviously the line around the outside. So the fill is on and it's currently white. So if I click on this white box, I can change it to black and I can press OK. And I'm going to leave the stroke on just because it's a black line and you can't see it. So that is my first shape. I'm then going to go in and I'm going to make another circle. So making sure that my circle tool is still clicked. I'm going to click and drag again. Now this time it's really hard to see because there's made another black circle. So I'm just going to come over to my fill and I'm going to turn this one white. And if the circle is not exactly the shape or size that you want it, you can use this move tool over here and you can actually drag this around. So I'm just going to make this a little bit wider. And I can actually drag it around and you'll notice these red lines that come up. These are alignment lines. So this means if I can see this line in the middle, that this circle is in the center of the black circle, which is where I want it to be. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. Actually, I'm just going to nudge it up a tiny bit. There we go. So I've now got my face, my two faces. After we've done that, we want to make some eyes. So again, we're going to come over to our ellipse tool. I'm going to click and drag to make an eye. I want this one to be black because I'm going to make the one in the background first. Now we want these two eyes to be exactly the same. We don't want one eye smaller than the other or something like that. So what I'm actually going to do is copy and paste this eye so it's the same. Now you can either right click and copy and right click and paste, or if you'd like to learn a shortcut, you've got Control C and Control V on your keyboard. So Control C will copy and Control V will paste. And I can just drag it across and now I've got two identical eyes. I need to now add in some pupils. So again, I'm going to go back into my ellipse tool using lots of circles and I'm going to change this to white. If you need to, click on that move tool to resize it, move it around a little bit if you need to. And I'm going to copy and paste that one again. And I'm going to drag it over here. Trying to get them in the exact same spot on both sides. That looks pretty good. Might move that one a little bit. There we go. I'm pretty happy with that. So everything we've done so far has been using the shape. If you would like to, or down in the future when you're making something else, there's also other shapes here you can use. So you've got square, you've got a rounded rectangle or square tool, you've got a star. So feel free to use all of those. But for now, we need to make this beak. Now, the beak is obviously not a preset shape we have. So we're going to use our pen tool. So over on your toolbar, on the far left side and third icon down, if you hover over, you can see it's called pen. We're going to use this to make our beak. Now, the way the pen tool works is you make a series of clicks to make a shape. And then once you connect the dots, it will fill. So what I mean by that is I'm going to start over here. I'm going to make one click. I'm going to make a second click, a third click, a fourth in the middle, and then my last click is going to join up with my first click. And because I've done that, I have now made a shape. and I can go over here and I can fill it. Oops, let me drag that up. I can fill it with an orange color. Okay, and I'm going to untick the stroke box because I don't want it to have a black line around the outside. Now mine's a little bit wonky, my shape, so please take more care with yours and trying to get all of the corners lined up, but that is the basic idea, and that is your penguin. So I want you to have a go at making your penguin, and once you feel comfortable with your penguin, you have been emailed a series of other animals. Okay, so once you feel comfortable with your penguin, you can save him by using your snipping tool. Okay, clicking new, selecting him, then you can just copy and you can paste him into your OneNote. And then you can delete the penguin. Okay, so all you need to do is select everything and press delete, and you'll have a blank page, and you can start making one of the other animals. So your task is to make 3 of these. So we've already made 1, we've made a penguin, so you need to make 2 more. And you can choose any of the other animals that you like. Please make sure that you snipping tool and save those and place them in your OneNote so Miss Fagan can see them.